What's up guys? Today's tutorial is just going to be kind of like a fundamental tip sort of thing. So if you're wanting to learn a new juggling trick, don't watch this video, there's no tricks being taught in this. It's just like fundamentals, like if you're struggling with tricks or with juggling in general, there's like certain little pointers and tips that can help you. And like if you're learning tricks but you're struggling with combos as well, there's ways you can link things in and techniques to help you get your head around it sort of. Like the most important thing is your vision. It sounds stupid, but on a fundamental level, you need to be able to see the balls, yeah? So juggling really low and craning your neck, or too high, is kind of juggling suicide. It's bound to fail at some point, because you can't go forever craning your neck, 'cause it's gonna hurt, innit? It's gonna hurt. And certain tricks you do need to look away for a brief second, like the over the shoulder and stuff like that. So you kind of need to be in a position where you're comfortable to look away for a second and still know where all the balls are. So the trick is to tilt your chin slightly up, because it brings you, because you're throwing the balls up, yeah, when you're juggling, you're throwing them up, so you shouldn't be looking down. I mean, you can look level, but with the over the shoulder, it helps, because instead of straining your eyesight to look, if your chin's up, you're already up there with the ball, and you're not so high up that you're hurting your neck. You just lift your chin up a little bit, and like, that also stops you from slouching like that when you're juggling, because if you like slouch like that, it means like certain tricks, again like the over the back is going to be a prime example for this. If you slouch, you like hit your back, and like the over the leg as well, you end up sucking into a little hermit when you do over the legs, when really you need to be bringing your leg up to meet your body, not the other way around, because you're chucking up and your body's going down, which makes no sense. If you're chucking up, bring your leg up, stay up, don't go down because the ball's going up. Too much space away from the ball, you know what I mean? So like, have like a little vision box with your chin up. You know what you can see and you know what you can't, so chuck the balls where you can see them. The other thing is having a focal point. Like if I held up a piece of A4 white paper to you now, yeah, and told you to look at the paper, your eyes would just be tracing around the page. But if I popped a little dot on it, your eyes would straight away zap to that dot, yeah? Juggling's the same sort of thing. Like if you have like a little dot, say if your chin's elevated up and that dot's just above your nose, in the middle there, you're throwing all the balls to that focal point, you can see them all, rather than having your vision really wide and not really being able to concentrate. Just have them in a nice little middle spot, and then you're good to go, really. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. Nice little tune, isn't it? Right, anyway, chatting shit. Oh yeah, alright. The other thing is with your feet, like often, like if you look at any other sport, like basketball, like skating, like football, people are generally like on their toes. I know juggling isn't a sport, but just hang on with this, yeah? Like they're always on their toes because they can move like very quickly. Like if they're flat-footed, their movement's like stiff and wooden, like a scarecrow, you know what I mean? They can't move that well. So if you're on your toes juggling and you screw up, like you chuck too far out, you can step to the ball and save it a lot easier than if you're being like all like wooden and just trying to like awkwardly force yourself in that direction. Like you can react quicker when you're on your toes, and being on your toes also means bending your legs a little bit. I don't mean like sagging like a skater or something. No disrespect there, because that's just the style of the culture. But you just sort of gotta, you know, don't be silly with it, don't slouch too much, and don't be all like wooden. You just bend it a little bit, loosen up. And the same with everything really, your whole body. Just relax, you know, don't tense up too much, because you don't need a lot of muscle to throw. And this is gonna be my next point. A lot of people when they start juggling, they're very kind of like stiff with it, so focused on not screwing it up. And like the thing you gotta do is, if you think about suspension in a car, sucking down and coming back up, that is where you generate your power. You don't need your muscles, because when you drop to catch the ball, bang, come straight back up like a trampoline, yeah? Just nice and bouncy and loose, and it just looks so much better to just be flowing with it sort of thing, you know what I mean? Instead of being all like scarecrow style. There was another point relating to that, and I can't remember what the fuck it was. Use your noggin. be a lot of outtakes in this video. I'm about 98% sure I invented that. It's like a mix of the Boston mess with a bit of a rotation to it, and it kind of looks like a little snake weaving around. Drop my ball, man. I'm always dropping my balls. Ah, that was the other point. I love when I remember things. Alright, so the other thing, no, I'd like to start better than that, that sounds bad. Take two. When you first start juggling, or even while you're learning a new trick in juggling, a lot of people like focus so much on getting the trick right that you forget it's alright to drop the ball. Like sometimes it helps me learn stuff. Like say if you were learning like the false shower, which can be quite tricky at first, and you chuck the first ball over, and then the second ball goes under the arm, and then the third ball has to follow it. It's alright just to let it drop, just forget about it, just get a little bit of the trick done, and then learn the rest, rather than trying to get the whole thing in one fell swoop, yeah? Chuck the first and the second one across like a hook thing, you know what I mean? And it's the same with any trick, like you're learning over the shoulder, just let it drop if you have to. It's alright, just like, it helps you learn, and like not being afraid to fail helps you succeed, because if you concentrate so much on getting it right, you're just gonna psych yourself out. You just gotta chill out with it. My final tip before I finish this video is to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. That really does help with juggling. It definitely improves at least like 80%. And that's pretty good in this modern day and age. People that say, oh, we improved 99.9%, that's a load of shit, man. They're too jib to say 100% because they know their product is shit. Well, I'm giving you a realistic 80%. How's that? Use your noggin. Cover, you know you're dead to me. Look at that face carpet.